Unfortunately, we don't have the luxury bedrooms available just yet. So you'll have to make do with what we have here. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, episode 12, where we have so many idle duplicants. But why is this unreachable? Because we don't have this connection made yet. So once the plastic is brought up and that is finished, we can begin working on the electrolyzers. But it's going to require a little bit more over here in the way of preparation. So let's go ahead and begin with this brought over there like that, and then what we'll do is we'll just have these transformers sort of sandwiched. Who's being stressed over here? Justin and Utaka Samurai. So now it's really stressful to come down here with the heavy watt wire. Yes, it is. It is so stressful. And there's nothing we can do to overcome it with that heavy watt wire. Minus 450. Right. It is what it is. Our best bet would have been to run the wire. Okay. So, things being what they are, we're just going to run the wire like this. And then deconstruct these wires like that. That'll help remove some of the stress of that area. Next, we'll do another power transformer here. No, I don't think that's really thinking that through. Not unless that wire is going to get rerouted, which perhaps it should, actually. Right, so let's go ahead and we'll deconstruct it up to there. Okay, that's fine. That's going to stop our algae deoxidizers for a little bit, but that's okay. Let's fix this situation before this becomes critical. At a priority 9, if you please. Right there. Thank you much. There you go. Okay. Now everybody is free to run where they want to go. We'll connect this wire down here like this. This one will run up and over to there. Okay, which means that this wire is going to wire bridge across and then up here like this. So let's go ahead and we'll dig both of those out. At which point I would like to block out all of this yucky heavy watt wire. Which we're just going to do with that. People will still be exposed to it, but maybe this will mitigate it some? I don't know. Alright, and in any event, we have our next wire off of the direct power transformer into the base. Now the plastic tends to melt at a very low temperature, so we don't want the electrolyzers to be going straight for that. Ideally, the electrolyzers would sit at a low part of the base, allowing the hydrogen to drift up through everything. As long as the rooms are configured that you won't get any pockets built up in the upper left corner of each room, it shouldn't be a problem. Or we could put the electrolyzers up in the top. So let's take a look at, if we're just going to do electrolyzers, they take 120. We can actually run quite a few of them. off of one transformer wire. They require 100 grams per second of water, so this pump will be able to, at full speed, pumping non-stop, which we know is not realistic, would cover 10 electrolyzers. But it can't run non-stop or it'll run out. So at the very least, we're going to start with 4 electrolyzers. And I think the idea is going to be to have the electrolyzers underneath Wheezeworts and have the Wheezeworts above the electrolyzers, pushing the air up further. This can be a 7 as well. We're getting the carbon dioxide lowered in this area, and we're getting our hydrogen bubble back up over in here. Almost got all the hydrogen out of here. There's still a little bit of hydrogen up in these areas here, and we'll have to set this up with a filter and turn it on, and then shuffle that extra hydrogen over there. But for the time being, let's go ahead and turn on the printing pod, because once we get these electrolyzers in place, it's going to be on. So we know we're going to have to run this off of this power transformer. Right, yeah, we are. There's really no two ways around that. So let's... really? This thing is going to mess up everything. What's the germ concentration here? 11,000? That's all polluted oxygen, too. I say we just dig through it and block up over it. That's what I say. Let's do it. Right? I mean, yep, there's gonna be germs now. All right, let's do it. Oh, yuck, get those germs away from us quickly. Nope, no, go up over there. Okay, and then deodorizer, put right up here. Alright, how is everybody doing? Who got some slime lung in their system? Dune Freak, you'll be okay. 4,000 germs, you'll be alright. Let's get this deodorizer going. Okay, who else is struggling with kicking that slime lung off of them? Edward G, you'll be fine with 4,000. Dune Freak, we checked. Bob G, 6,000. You'll be all right. Kendra, 10,000. You should be okay too. Everybody will be okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now that that's taken care of, let's go ahead and get our wire queued back up here. And then over to there. Perfect. The abyssalite piping will need to come down this way to here. Okay. Now that's where we're going to stop. The oxygen's going to be coming out really hot. This we know. Question becomes... will it melt the plastic? Can we get it cool enough before it starts to melt plastic, or do we have to remove it from the plastic ladder? The abyssalite piping will keep the plastic ladder safe, but I believe the electrolyzers will need to be removed from the plastic ladder by a significant amount. Let's start giving everybody stuff to dig out here. There we go, we'll just dig up that way, looking out for the slime that's there that I see. And then what we'll dig out this way as well. I don't think there's going to be a way to... Oh, maybe. It's just gonna look weird, and that's fine. That's not a huge deal. We're just giving everybody stuff to do. See, we don't want everybody to be idle. Idle hands. Algae. Do we really have hatches right on top of one another? That's so bizarre. How's our coal doing? Oh, we don't really need any more coal at this time. Plastic is going great, much faster, with 2 of them running non-stop. The hydrogen is building up in here, very, very good. Let's keep all this polluted water from melting. Or that has melted from melting anything else. Carbon dioxide is just going all the way down here. Whoa, this area is filling up with carbon dioxide. It's almost like, how do we free those poor slicksters? How do we free them? We might be able to free this one if we do this, maybe. But even that's a gamble. I don't know. We could try to transport these to there. This natural gas is going to have to get sorted eventually. Although if we let it mix with the... Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll... Yeah, we're just going to have to open these doors is what we're going to have to do. And then we'll mop up this oil and deposit it back into the thing. But there's a ton of carbon dioxide down here. And, okay, so if the natural gas mixes, the natural gas will sort of float back up to the top. Because it's a lot lighter than the... Well, not a lot, but it is lighter than the carbon dioxide. I don't know if that's going to be our best bet. We'll just let that happen for now. Because then what I think we need to do is to run this over there like that. The more crude oil we use, the more these slicksters will all kind of start to congregate onto the top, or at least that's my hope. What if we can climb up to there and dig that out? Yes. And then we have this lonely slickster over here. Maybe we can go ahead and dig that out. See, I would put an animal trap here, but I don't think that'll work because you're talking about a temperature that's so hot. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Now you've trapped our slickster friend over there. The temperature is so hot that I'm pretty sure the animal trap would just melt to naphtha right away. Wow, we are relocating a lot of carbon dioxide. And we're starting to get chlorine buildup now. Which is good because that's where we're going to go in that direction with that. Alright, we've built, or dug up, rather, most of this. Let's go ahead and do this. In fact, I mean, realistically, we're going to dig it all up, so let's dig it all up. People might get stranded, things might happen, but that's okay. And then we'll go back to the plastic ladder, which we still don't have enough plastic for. Okay, that's fine. This water, though, is going to get very hot and become a problem soon. So we've got the power and the piping. So I kind of think I should have put a hydro switch in up above it. What we could do is we could do a hydro switch here on the side. that'll still probably work. I feel good about that. Let's get that done as a high priority. Really? Another little hatch running around. Not enough plastic. That's fine. We can cancel all of this just to get our plastic supplies back. There we go. Hydro switch. If below 500 kilograms, we don't really care about that. Let's get our abyssalite tiles back in place as they were. No, that's not good at all, actually. Let's try that again, Kendrith, please. please, Kendrith. Let us do that again. There you go. Thank you, Sylvia Fox. Have these germs all but died? All but. Okay. Good. So now we'll need to get some plastic. We'll make an animal trap. We'll relocate this hatch. We're going to need a airflow tile system. It's going to have to be similar to how we did last season for how I want this to work. And we're going to have to retake this corner from the slime lung germs at some point. Whoa, that one's up at 1 million. Let's see here. All right, let's use our iron. Go across like that, and then cross like this. Okay, we don't want to get next to that slime, though. Oof, 500,000? Yeah, we don't want to mess with that yet. That's going to have to be a come and dig it out from the other side and then haul it back through our sanitation hallway, which is looking more and more is like going to be here. So then everything is going to have to be dug around from that side, which is fine, and I'd like to get working on that just as soon as we get this oxygen situation taken care of. So let's start talking about electrolyzers. These we are going to make out of gold. How do we want to do this? I want 6. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 3. Like that. And then we'll just have to catch the hydrogen up here and trust that the oxygen kind of does what it's supposed to do. And we won't worry about that just yet. Okay. The rest of this is going to be abyssalite piping down here. Yep. And then up like that. Alright, and the power is going to... let me see, 6 of these and a pump. That means this circuit is going to be maxed out. Oh, I probably should have done that in copper, not gold. Stand by. Yeah, that's a bad call. Let's do these in copper. Alright, and we should have electrolyzers creating oxygen very soon. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get ourselves an animal trap here for our hatch friend. And let's start looking at, slow things down a minute, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves another duplicant. So again, I've got some special requests. We're gonna go with let's see. Okay, so we're gonna take 8 strength, digging, athletics, creativity, immunity, medicine. Can't cook. Okay, can't perform aid. Okay, so that makes your medicine a little worthless, but good at everything else. Yep. Okay. Shazal 100. Oops, wrong button. 100. Try it again. Okay, that's weird. It keeps pulling this up when I hit that. Shazal 100, welcome to the colony. We're going to get you a bed in a second. Unfortunately, we don't have the luxury bedrooms available just yet. So you'll have to make do with what we have here. Let's go ahead and make these out of granite. These can absolutely be at a lower priority. Right, let's check the jobs here for everybody, but especially Shaza 100. Massage, yes, everybody does that. Art, sure, you can help with art. Okay, sounds good. Now for art, let's get, canvas and stuff like this. And then some sculpting blocks. As well as what? We're going to get some of this gas perm tile. At which point we're out of copper, so we'll say this becomes important. Alright, we'll go ahead and speed things up. Let's go ahead and get this animal trap done first. So we can get that hatch off that floor and relocated to where you belong. All right, 2 electrolyzers going as the algae runs ever lower. Question is this oxygen going to very easily get down here? I'm pretty sure that answer is going to be no. We'll see. I think we're going to have some form of ventilation like we did, where we pull all the hydrogen out of the corner, but then also recycle that oxygen back down to the lower portion. I think you sort of have to do that. And I don't believe there's going to be a way around it. At this point, we're not going to push any more hydrogen into that lower area because this area is no longer good for the hydrogen. So let's go ahead and we'll decommission the pump, the heavy watt wires, which I guess we'll just go ahead and run another ladder concurrently. That way we can get over here to this other side should we need to. And then the piping, I think we'll leave the piping for now. As we stated, we'll likely need that hydrogen piping in the future. What was the worst decor offender here? Heavy watt wire, heavy watt wire. Yeah, you're still kind of close to it. I get that, I get that. Just jump in the dock and get you an exosuit, you'll be fine. Alright, let's see what this filter system is going to do. So from here, it's going to filter out natural gas and give it to our friends over here, the natural gas generators, at which point anything else hits this high-pressure gas vent. So these are things that not really important anymore. In fact, let's go ahead and say that these and heck, even the wires. Let's reclaim the wires too. These are all resources we could get back here, so let's get them back. That ventilation system up there just isn't going to work anymore. This one is barely keeping up with the petroleum generator. And this area is becoming absolutely saturated with carbon dioxide, as the natural gas bubbles up top, just like I thought it would. Alright, did we catch ourselves a hatch yet? No, we have the trap here, but No luck catching them, not yet. Okay, so now we're going to go... Oh, we caught him that time. There you go. Bagged hatch. Wonderful. I'd also like this area swept up, please. Our new duplicants are going to be getting the proper welcome, at least that everyone else gets. Oh, we're almost under a kilogram of, or under 1,000 kilograms of algae. I am not excited about that. Let's see. This is going to be a high priority 8, and this is going to be for any and all plastic can go in here instead of just laying around. That way, if anybody needs to build with plastic, they don't have to wait on an exosuit runner to bring the supplies over. How are we? Wired? We're wired. And we've got pipes in place. Just not quite ready yet. Let's stop that there like that. And we'll do this one there like that. We'll kick it all off when the time is right. For now, though, we can continue making this wonderful plastic ladder right up to here. It's just going to go straight up. We're just going to run this plastic ladder as just a main thoroughfare going up. Because even though this is our starting area here in the sandstone where everything's nice and easy and temperate and all of that, we don't have to stay there. Because of how the exosuits work and everything else, we can effectively set up a base anywhere. Even if we just surround it with abyssalite and then plastic and artificially pump in climate-controlled air, because we have unlimited power essentially with this petroleum generator and enough hands to turn the wheels, we can have an immense amount of electricity at our fingertips. So that means that the sole challenge is going to be extracting as much oxygen per drop of water that you can. That's not oxygen produced quickly or energy efficiency, but to where every bit of water that you have, that you can muster, is going towards oxygen generation. And then it's just about coming up with systems that allow those pumps to run as long as there's water in the pipes to run. We're almost ready. Almost. Let's get the last little bit done. Please. Look at how messy. Look at all of this. My goodness. Still doing good with water for now. The nice part is this electrolyzer is going to take water from the geyser and not mess with any of this water whatsoever. So we'll have water for things like our sinks and our lavatories, hopefully for a long time to come in the future. Why is this not growing? Because of body temperature? Because it is unbearably cold, which is what I thought would happen. Go ahead and destroy that. Okay, so now we have an extra Wheezewort seed. Where do we put the Wheezewort seed? Well, I think the first one should be here. We should just do them above each gas output. No, these should be staggered, right? Of course they should be staggered. Of course they should be staggered. Okay, we'll stagger them. Where will we put them? We'll put them over here just a little bit like this. Just like that. Easy peasy, not a problem. We'll get our wires back, and yep, then we need to put our abyssalite piping back as well. There, and there, and there, just like that. Okay, and then the first Wheezewort will go over here, planted at a 9. At which point we're going to need to dig up here like this. And then once these are connected, we will turn the system on and see what we're looking at. This area still has very limited oxygen. As long as this area where everybody sleeps is good, I think we'll make do. Idle. Why is everybody idle? Waiting for iron ore to be delivered. Okay, well those wires are a high priority, so things should be taken care of fairly quickly. Let's say these are 8s. Both of those need to be done. These are going to be 7s. This can be canceled. Some of these guys are moving along just okay, but how do we, oh, I know. What if we just break those and then maybe they'll be able to get out of that little pocket there? Gotta collect all that iron ore off the bottom. Yeah, you can see the natural gas bubbling up here now. I should have just left the pump there, and we should have just rerouted the pipe at every twist and turn, depending on where we needed the piping to be rerouted to. That's funny. Oh, we lost our shine bugs. Now they're down here where they help nothing. Oh well. All right, everything's wired together. Let's see. So if you are above 5 kilograms, then you should be pumping. Boom, there we go. Currently 50-degree water. It will warm up, though. As it goes, it will warm up. Oxygen is coming out at a slightly warmer temperature. Yes, absolutely warmer temperature. But that's okay. That's the way these things happen. Well, we definitely have our oxygen generation now. Okay, so that being the case, let's go ahead and we are going to deconstruct this algae deoxidizer right here and this one right here, and we're going to move this battery. That being said, you need a battery. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put our little sandstone area here with a tiny little battery there. That'll be for that network. And then this circuit here, it still does need a battery. Oh, I know. We'll do the battery down here. Of course. Yeah, see, I like that. So we'll run this over this way. There we go. Battery right there. Problem solved. Okay. Now both of the circuits on the opposite side of the transformers have a little battery. Already in the net gain for oxygen. I do like that. I would feel better if we had more Wheezeworts. But what are you going to do? It's already warm up here anyways, and we're already kind of bleeding that temperature in. Right, so what we need is a proper catch here for the hydrogen. Unfortunately, that area is there like that. I think what we're going to have to do is actually build the ceiling down for now, unless I really don't want to expose those germs. Yeah, we'll just do it like that for now. But then even over here, it's like... yeah, this is gonna be a kind of a pain. So we'll have to destroy these and then replace those with non-gas permeable blocks. Okay, Now it says insufficient oxygen generation, and it's because we're at this maximum gas pressure, and we're trying to get all that gas to push downwards. I think you're going to have one electrolyzer down here, aren't you? I mean, probably like down here, I would think. No, because then it's gonna... It's just gonna have to be down there. I think that network is full though, or that circuit. 960, so we can remove... Okay. Okay, alright, this isn't, No, this is gonna work, this is gonna work. So what we're going to do then is we'll pull the wire right off of this. Here, see, this is gonna get hot though, and this heat is going to rise. Okay, so the dilemma is, maybe I shouldn't have destroyed that electrolyzer just yet. The dilemma is the heat is going to rise with the hydrogen. The hot hydrogen is going to rise, right? But the oxygen being all up top here has to fall down to everything else, and that takes some time. My thought process was I put one electrolyzer down here, and it would probably solve all of our problems as far as the oxygenation of this back corner here. But I still think that's superficial. I think the end solution is that we have to, this filtration system that's going to handle all of this hydrogen is also going to have to handle but the temperature. It's going to also have to handle the redistribution of oxygen down here into this corner. Right, so that's going to be something that we're going to have to live with, I think, at least at our current position. So let's do that, and we'll say that this... Let's go ahead and get granite. Or no, not granite. Let's use igneous rock. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and run this all the way... Isn't that interesting? Yeah, you know what? Actually, hold on. Because we don't need this now. We can go ahead and, let's say, deconstruct this. And in fact, we're even gonna... I hear the printing printing pod. I'm just not ready yet. Right, so then we'll deconstruct these gas pipes here. So then what we're going to do is say gas filter like this, and then right, just like that. So we're going to take out hydrogen, and then everything else, which should be oxygen, will go down here to fill the exosuits, but also gas vent right here. That's going to be tricky, although we do have the extra power since we took out that 6th electrolyzer, but not enough for the gas pump, so we're going to need the other circuit that we've taken everything off of, this circuit actually. Right, so let's switch to iron. We'll go up like this, right? Kind of a long roundabout way to get there. I suppose it would have been easier to run along if we just would have run along the wire like this and then wire bridged. Right, so we'll do it that way. Let's go ahead and cancel all of this and all of that. 480. Plenty of room to add those. This one's 840. It has room for even one more. That is going to be where we have to wrap things up, though, for the time being. So a lot of things changed, and our oxygen generation is hopefully going to get taken care of so that we can get our 10th duplicant. And in fact, I'm just going to say we're going to go ahead and get our 10th duplicant right now before we end the episode. Who do we have? So we've got, let's see, high strength, medicine, slow learner, non-constructive, but super high medicine and cooking. Caregiver, a cook and a doctor. Ooh. Unity, creativity. High cooking. Let's look at our jobs here. Right, okay, so we'll go ahead and take, this will be Jason. To cook and be a doctor and help everyone out in that capacity. Aid and cooking for sure. No art, no nothing else. Okay, good. Good deal. Okay, and that is where we're going to wrap things up. I hope you had a good time watching. As always, I've had a good time playing. Come back next time as we hopefully put this oxygen generation behind us and begin to focus on bigger and better endeavors. Maybe not better, but just bigger. So we can hopefully try to get some of this slime taken care of. But until next time, take care.